Right now, the Middle East is witnessing one of the most dangerous geopolitical confrontations in decades. Iran is facing military pressure from both the United States and Israel. Airstrikes, missile exchanges, cyber warfare, and proxy conflicts are unfolding across the region. And yet, despite overwhelming military pressure from two powerful nations, Iran is still refusing to back down. This raises a fundamental geopolitical question. Why? Why does Iran continue to escalate instead of retreating? Why risk a wider regional war instead of making concessions? To understand this, we need to look beyond the headlines and examine Iran's strategy, history, geography, and military doctrine. Because Iran's actions are not impulsive. They are part of a long-developed strategy designed to survive pressure from stronger powers. In this video, we're going to break down the real reasons Iran continues to resist even under intense pressure. And if you enjoy deep geopolitical analysis like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we'll be covering many more global power struggles like this one. Iran's strategy in conflicts with larger powers is built around a simple concept: endurance. Iranian leaders believe they do not need to defeat the United States or Israel militarily. They simply need to outlast them. This strategy assumes something important. Democratic societies often struggle to sustain long wars. Public opinion shifts. Economic pressures build. Political divisions grow. Iran's leadership believes that if it can keep fighting long enough, its opponents may eventually lose the will to continue. This is not a new strategy. It is exactly how Iran fought Iraq during the brutal Iran-Iraq War of the 1980s. And today, Iran appears to be applying the same logic again. For Iran's leadership, backing down is not just a strategic decision. It is an existential one. The Iranian political system was born out of the Islamic Revolution of 1979. Since then, the ruling elite has constantly framed itself as a force resisting foreign domination. If the government suddenly surrendered to pressure from the United States or Israel, it could undermine its entire legitimacy. In other words, compromise could be politically dangerous inside Iran. Resistance, on the other hand, reinforces the narrative that the regime is defending the nation. And in times of war or external pressure, nationalism often increases public unity. So for Iran's leadership, backing down is not just risky. It may be impossible. Geography also plays a major role in Iran's confidence. Iran is not a small country. It is one of the largest nations in the Middle East, with a population of more than 85 million people and a vast territory stretching across mountains, deserts, and coastlines. Invading or occupying Iran would be vastly more difficult than military operations in smaller countries. Its terrain includes major mountain ranges that create natural defensive barriers. Its cities and military infrastructure are spread across a huge area. And many of Iran's most important facilities are built underground or hidden in mountainous terrain. All of this makes Iran extremely difficult to defeat quickly. Iran also possesses one of the most important tools in modern deterrence: missiles. Iran has developed the largest ballistic missile arsenal in the Middle East. This arsenal includes short-range and medium-range missiles capable of striking targets across the region. Unlike traditional air forces, missiles cannot easily be intercepted before launch. They can be hidden in underground silos, mobile launchers, or tunnels. For Iran, missiles compensate for weaknesses in its air force. They allow Iran to strike adversaries even if it cannot dominate the skies. This strategy is often called deterrence by punishment. If Iran is attacked, it can retaliate against military bases, infrastructure, or economic targets across the region. In recent years, Iran has also become a major developer of military drones. These drones are far cheaper than traditional aircraft but can still carry explosives or conduct surveillance. Iran has used drones across several conflicts in the Middle East. Drone warfare allows Iran to overwhelm advanced air defense systems by launching large numbers of relatively inexpensive weapons. Even powerful militaries struggle to intercept every drone in a swarm. This technology gives Iran a way to challenge much richer and more technologically advanced opponents. Perhaps Iran's most powerful strategic tool is its network of regional allies and militias. For decades, Iran has supported armed groups across the Middle East. These include Hezbollah in Lebanon, militias in Iraq, groups operating in Syria, and forces in Yemen. This system is often called the axis of resistance. It allows Iran to fight conflicts indirectly. Instead of confronting Israel or the United States directly, Iran can support allied groups that operate across multiple fronts. This creates a complex battlefield. If one group is attacked, others may respond. This strategy forces Iran's adversaries to divide their attention across multiple regions. Iran also sits near one of the most important maritime choke points in the world: the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow passage handles a massive portion of global oil shipments. Iran has repeatedly warned that it could disrupt shipping through the strait if conflict escalates. Such a move would have enormous consequences for global energy markets. Oil prices could spike overnight. Shipping routes could collapse. Even the threat of disruption gives Iran leverage in global geopolitics. Iran's military strategy is built around asymmetric warfare. This means fighting stronger opponents in unconventional ways. Instead of matching the United States or Israel tank for tank or jet for jet, Iran focuses on strategies that impose costs on its adversaries. These include missile strikes, drone attacks, cyber warfare, naval harassment in strategic waterways, and proxy warfare. The goal is not conventional victory. The goal is to make the cost of attacking Iran too high. At the center of Iran's military power is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, often called the IRGC. This organization was created after the Iranian Revolution to protect the political system. Over time, it has grown into one of the most powerful institutions in the country. The IRGC controls large parts of Iran's missile program, intelligence networks, and overseas military operations. It plays a major role in directing military strategy and national defense. This centralized structure allows Iran to respond quickly during crises. Iran also benefits from relationships with other major powers. Countries such as Russia and China may not fight Iran's battles directly, but they often provide diplomatic, economic, or intelligence support. This does not mean Iran has formal military alliances like NATO. But it does mean Iran is not completely isolated. These relationships complicate attempts to pressure Iran internationally. Another important factor is domestic unity during crises. When countries face external threats, populations often rally around their governments. In Iran, external attacks can strengthen nationalist sentiment. Instead of weakening the government, military pressure can sometimes increase support for resistance. This phenomenon has appeared many times throughout history. External pressure often strengthens internal cohesion rather than breaking it. Iran's leaders frequently talk about something called strategic patience. The idea is simple. Avoid rushing into decisions. Absorb pressure. Wait for opportunities. Iran has often responded slowly to attacks, choosing when and where to retaliate. This approach keeps adversaries uncertain and prevents conflicts from escalating too quickly. It also allows Iran to conserve resources for longer conflicts. The confrontation involving Iran is not just a regional conflict. It has global implications. Energy markets, shipping routes, military alliances, and international diplomacy are all affected by events in the Middle East. Any major escalation involving Iran could impact global oil prices, global trade routes, and geopolitical stability across multiple continents. This is why tensions involving Iran attract worldwide attention. So why is Iran not backing down? The answer lies in a combination of factors. A strategy built on endurance. A large missile and drone arsenal. A powerful network of regional allies. Geography that favors defense. A political system built around resistance to foreign pressure. Iran does not expect to defeat the United States or Israel outright. Instead, its strategy is to endure, retaliate, and impose costs until its opponents reconsider their objectives. Whether that strategy succeeds remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. Iran's refusal to back down is not accidental. It is the result of decades of strategic planning. If you found this analysis useful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what geopolitical topic you want to explore next.